Are you time-lapsing it?
Should I time-lapse this part?
I don't know.
This is Evan's Rhodes.
Hey, that's mine.
It's from 1978, the 31st week of 1978. We're gonna fix parts of it. We're gonna replace the hammers. We're gonna replace the dampers. These are dampers.
Yep, damping felt, hammer,
This felt
and the back
of this key.
felt.
That's what's gonna happen.
So to get things started, we had to take each key out one by one. This was both of our first time hands-on restoring a Rhodes, so we were both very excited to get into it, to look around and see how everything works, instead of just in someone else's video. We then removed all the hammer tips. Some of them were a little difficult to remove. We tried a couple tools to get them off, but eventually got it clean enough. I then started cutting off each individual damper felt from the rake. The rake is a small fork of aluminum, and you're just able to cut it off. While I was doing this, Harrison was removing the hammer felts from each individual key.
Taking these felts off. Take a little water. Put a little water on there. Right? And take a little soldering iron and you heat that shit up. Peel it right off. Maybe not. Take it off. And then you put it down. And then you start the other one. But I'm not gonna start the other one because I did all of them already.
We want to stress that it's important to use a healthy amount of water. Our first attempts at this, we tried to go lightly because we were just being cautious, and we ended up needing to scrape most residue off of the keys, which took us a good amount of time. But ultimately, we were able to find out a good method, and if we had to do this again, we would be much quicker. Here's that scraping I was talking about. It was a two-person job. It probably ended up being almost a quarter of the project was removing this felt when it really didn't need to be. We got there. Slowly. Really slowly.
It's cleaned, and there's no more hammers, and there's no more dampers, and the felts are taken off, and now we got the hammers and the felt and the dampers, and we're gonna put them on where the hammers go.
So first we started cleaning the hammer cam, the mechanism that hits the note itself. We wanted to make sure that we could get it as flat as possible before we start gluing new hammers on. The hammer tip set that I got was from Vintage Vibe. It's their like premium new style. neoprene tips. There's no wood in them, but I think they sound great, so I like them a lot. We then started gluing the new damper felts on. Again, this is part of the Vintage Vibe kit. We just got the default ones and put them pretty much as they were instructed to. We then started gluing all of the felt back on each of the keys. This was done after layer of contact cement. Yeah. I kinda ruined my wood desk doing this. Make sure when you're using a contact cement, you've got a good workspace. It added character. Now on to removing the screw and grommet. The grommet's a little piece of rubber that after the decades has started to dry out in some places, and in some cases I've seen the screws can bend. My screws were all pretty straight still, which is good. It didn't sway the notes too much, but some of the grommets really needed to be replaced, so went ahead and replaced all whatever 73 times 2 is, because there's 2 per key. We then finally got to put the keys back in after making sure that we did a good dusting and cleaning. We decided not to level the key bed, partly because I didn't have the little paper slits to do so, but partly because it's not terrible at the moment. After cleaning it, I was surprised at how flat it was able to be, because before there were some notes that were really bad, but it was just pieces of candle that was wedged in the back of the machine. I then started doing some finer adjustments, lining up all of the tines to the pickups, trying to get a good balance between tone and volume. Went ahead and started just trying to line up a little bit further, figure out exactly how I want to get it. Again, this is the first time I've ever done this, So we're going to go through and now tune the piano. The tuning's controlled by the springs that you see in between on each one of these individual tines. Although I'm playing a D key, it's more like a C sharp. But to tune it, you adjust that spring, and this spring is pretty sensitive. I'm gonna pull it way up just to show you from a C sharp, we can go all the way up to an E just by adjusting that spring. So you have to be pretty precise with it, but we're just gonna wiggle it back and forth until we land on the D that we actually want. I'm gonna say that's close enough. I don't know if I can get much better. It's gonna drift out of tune when you hold it. That's fine. Here's more fine adjustment and tuning. You can see my dog comes and bothers me a lot. Especially on the high notes, she sometimes gets really interested in what I'm doing. I think I'm eating lunch right now. Yeah, eating lunch. But I'll come back. Oop, there I am. some more fine adjustment on the high notes, trying to tune it, and then me just playing it a little bit. I didn't record that, sorry. Here's Harrison playing it.
And now the best part, the ending, the lid. Piano. We pianoed it. It's a piano.
That's my room and how I have it set up. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back. I'm footing the lid.